All right, Anthony on Air Podcast back for another episode. Look who's returned.
I never left you guys. I never left.
Well,
I kind of did, but I'm back now.
Joe Rogan rejects Donald Trump. We'll get into it. Plus, Boris Johnson is under some serious fire like I'd never seen before. Rogan and Trump brought up this fact that we never really talked about. It was on my list to talk about, and then it kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. We're going to talk about it tonight. It's a couple of weeks late, but if you missed it, we'll go over it. There's another body to add to the Epstein Clinton body count. So we'll do that on the episode tonight. The Highland Park tragedy and why it could have been avoided. Maybe the dumbest speech given in the history of the United States of America was delivered by Congresswoman Debbie Lesko from Arizona. We'll share with you what she had to say. Plus, Laura Ingraham is still dumb. We're talking Metallica tonight. I didn't even tell Frank that.
What is this?
This is big. Even Janine will be excited to talk Metallica tonight. That's how big this topic is.
I'm going to pretend I didn't read the rundown in the video section, the description.
Right.
What is this about?
Plus, we got from scientists the best position for the ladies. We got to talk about that.
Like a job?
No
position?
No.
Like for her work?
Like in the old Sackaroo.
Ah, the Sackaroo.
Clerks 3 trailer just gets released prior to the episode, and I love this question. We'll talk about it at the end. If you could live in a movie, which one would you choose? Like, not like, in the time, in the neighborhood, in the actual physical location.
See, I have questions though.
Good. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll get
okay. All right.
Plus, we got a big merch drop on the episode tonight. We're going.
Am I looking at it right now?
We're going. Look at these Frankie C shirts. Look at this. Look at that. What?
Look at that, baby. New item.
Huh?
Autographed.
Signed. I don't know if people can see that.
Not signed, but signed. Like in the artwork, it's signed.
Frank drew his Coats sign, signed it. We put it on a shirt. It's in the merch store right now. You can purchase your own Coats sign.
It's a hot item.
I mean, has there ever been a hotter merch drop than what we just laid on the people, Frankie C?
In the history of the world, probably not. I would say this is it. This is the big one.
This is the big one.
Show me one bigger. That's what she said.
All right. Go to shopanthonyonair.com to grab yours. It's in the merch store. We'll put some fresh links out for everybody so they can grab it into the chat.
Fresh links. I feel like having a sausage here on now.
I would love a sausage right now.
Oh, man,
I love a sausage. Yeah, this might be my favorite. It's kind of metallic. Look how good I look in it. Hold on. I've never looked this good, Frank.
Well, it's because I gotta help you out whenever I can.
I look kind of buff. Yeah, I think
I only draw things that flatter you. So if you have the body type of let's say an Anthony,
a pregnant woman,
right? This shirt might be for this shirt's for everyone. Well, look, everybody, I'm wearing it.
But especially if you're pregnant. You have the heather gray. I have the white long sleeve.
It's got the Anthony on Air logo on the back. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a great look. So I'm excited about it. I hope you guys grab it and enjoy it for years and years to come. It's available in the tee, in the long sleeve, like I said. We've got it in the crop hoodie for the ladies and also the ladies classic tee. So
you could go check out my rack.
Very limited.
Coat rack.
All right. Joe Rogan was on Lex Friedman the other day, admitted to rejecting Donald Trump several times.
Right.
Not allowing him to go on the podcast, and said that he will never have him on because basically he doesn't want to put him over.
He doesn't want to what? Put him over?
He doesn't want to put him. Yeah, like, when you put somebody over.
What's that? I don't get the.
Like, I think I don't even know where it came from originally, like a wrestling term or like a comedy term. Like, if I'm going to make, like, Johnny Carson made all his comics and guests look good. He put them all over.
Never heard that term in my life. Is
you
that
never
like
heard put somebody
East
over?
End of Long Island term that didn't make it to the mainland?
This is like a human being term. Like
I never heard it.
Yeah, like because like you come on my show and you do really good and the audience likes you, I'm putting you over.
Over what? What am I, a clown? I amuse you?
I don't know, putting people over.
Putting you over. All right.
Yeah, he basically, and it was interesting because Lex Friedman, super big conservative guy. I'll honestly, I've never heard his podcast. I have seen him in clips of things, mostly when he was on Rogan.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Why don't you? It would be really good." Like he was really pushing for it. You could tell. Like he kind of wanted him to do it, but Rogan didn't seem willing to budge, which I find interesting because Rogan is not afraid of controversy whatsoever.
I don't think that. I mean, hopefully, it's I don't want to give him right, like you said. I don't want to put him over.
Yeah,
but I don't want to give him another stage platform.
Well, I think Rogan made it sound like he would normalize him and people would kind of feel for him or kind of get his side of things, which
he does. I feel like he does all these interviews. He's not gonna. What is he gonna show you that he hasn't? That we don't already know. Number one, we've seen him as acting as himself. He's never really shy, Trump, about being himself. He's whoever he is on. We've seen him a million times. Is all I'm saying. Like, I don't think we'd learn anything new here.
You're not alone. Jocelyn's never heard of putting somebody over.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Say,
Joan, never heard this term.
Thank you. And I'm sure everybody, a lot of people here have seen Carson, and they're familiar with show business terms. But yeah, that's a new one for me.
I mean, maybe it's a show business term. Yeah, it's like like when you have a work, like it's planned, and one person winds up looking better than the other. Like the straight man always puts the funny man over.
When you have a work.
When you have a work, yeah. When you have like a bit, like we know what we're gonna do. But I
feel like I traveled back to like the 19. We're on vaudeville now. Are you throwing vaudeville terms at me?
Yeah. See, we're gonna do some comedy tonight.
You're gonna be a star, kid.
Gonna get some laughs from the dames and the gents. Yeah. Hold on, Frankie C. On Twitch. How about this? Greetings from Queensland, Australia. Have an interesting alternative history question for this panel.
Okay.
That'd be the first time we were referred to as a panel.
I mean,
and also a little known fact that we're on Twitch. We haven't really promoted it. We're trying to kind of find people on Twitch and bring them into the show, not push our people on our other platforms to Twitch.
Hey, but we welcome people from everywhere. And Queensland, Australia is awesome.
Yeah.
Alternative history question? What does that mean?
I don't know, but I'm happy to take the question. Also, the thing about Twitch is it looks like a bad, like, Pac-Man video game villain. Doesn't it not? The Twitch logo? Can you see it?
Or a good one. Yeah, that purple and white thing. Yeah, no, I get it. But it's
it reminds me of a ghost from a video game, like in the Nintendo days. I can't.
Yeah, it's a Pac-Man.
No, not Pac-Man. It was something else. I don't know.
Hubert?
I don't know. It'll come to me. Anyway, I think back to Rogan. I think it's a ballsy. I thought he was. First of all, I thought like, oh, he thinks he would naturally put him over. I found that to be interesting because there's no guarantee in that.
Oh, he would. I don't think he would make it. I think he would make him seem the same as he's, unless it depends on his questioning. Yeah. I mean, if he asks some bullshit, questions that, because I could imagine him asking a question that gets Donald Trump to get up and leave.
Well, that was what I was going to say. Why I would love to see it is because I don't know what would happen, but I also am not sure it would be good for Trump because Trump is not a long form kind of a guy. No,
and even if he's on for an hour, I have a feeling. I mean, once Rogan asks him a question about January 6th or about COVID or any of this stuff, and then he answers, and then Rogan will come back with, "But really, did you really do that? You didn't. Right. It didn't seem like you did that." And then he'd go, "That's it. It's a fake interview. You're a fake journalist." And he's out. Yeah, that's it. He would call it right there.
By the way, there's some kid on TikTok that is doing Trump. It's the fucking greatest Trump I've ever seen. It's so fucking good. I think the guy's name is like Joey Scoops or something like that. Got a great fucking name.
Joey Scoops.
Yeah, I asked him if he wants to come on. I think we'll get him to come on. Yeah, Jason Scoop. Sorry, Jason Scoop. I think Joey Scoops is better. We'll see if we can get him to change his name too.
I don't know what kind of pull we have, but maybe.
Yeah, but Jason Scoop, this fucking guy on TikTok does such a great. I mean, the best fucking Trump I've ever seen.
Cool.
It is so good, and he's like young and looks nothing like him. So he puts the stupid wig on, and it's even funnier.
I got to tell you, the best audio impression I've heard doesn't really look like him, but I think the best sounding Trump is the guy on Saturday Night Live. I don't even know who he is.
Yeah, he was good.
He just sounds so much like him. And I got to say thank you to everybody who's welcoming me back. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Everybody thought you were dead.
They did.
Because that's what we told them.
Well, people only know what you tell them because this is fake news.
But back to this. I don't know if he because he did an hour with Pierce.
I think so, yeah.
And it wasn't great for him.
And he got up and left. He ended that interview.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be any different on Rogan?
Yeah, because Rogan will do 2.5 hours. But
to be fair, I think what's his name? Who's the other guy you just said? Piers Morgan. When he did the interview, that was a little BS because he made it seem in the commercials that Trump got up because he asked some kind of crazy question. He didn't. He got up because he went way over the time.
Right.
And he kept, and Pierce kept asking question after question. So I can't, say that Piers Morgan asked him a hard hitting. No, that wasn't why he left. So
and having done this as long as you and I have done this, that was Piers Morgan's goal from the beginning. He was not going to let him leave. He was going to continue to ask and ask and ask and ask until they got
until they physically, of course.
That was
so. But did you see that Trump responded? I don't know if it's. Did you see the response to the Joe Rogan thing?
I heard he responded on Truth Social, but I'm not on Truth Social.
Neither am I. But someone
haven't gotten my number yet, so
someone posted. You haven't gotten. Are you approved yet? You're still waiting?
Yeah, I'm like in the queue. It's like you're approved for a thing, and they're waiting to get me to onboard me.
So this is someone posted it on Twitter. How real is it? I don't know, but this is apparently what it says. Should I read it? I don't know if I could verify it because I'm not on Truth Social.
Neither are most people.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know if
J-Sab's on Truth Social. We have to wait for her to come on.
Yeah, see, because I don't want to say it and then it turns out to be fake or someone just doctored it up.
Speak of the devil.
J-Sabs.
J-Sabs, are you on Truth Social?
I got accepted, but I have not looked at it. Why?
Could you do us a favor? Could you go to Donald Trump's posts and see if he posted something?
Yeah, did he say something about Rogan? We can't.
July 5th. So was that yesterday? Yesterday, he posted on the Save America President Donald J. Trump letterhead. If he posted anything there.
All right. Well, J Subs looks that up. Let's do our read for Jumpstart Coffee Company. Save 15% when you use the promo code AOA15 to make your order. Frank's got the bag right there. Nice little fresh Jumpstart coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit something today. I French pressed my Jumpstart.
What?
All right, you rebel, you son of a b.
Yeah, I don't know if that's okay. Well, we like the French, right?
Was it good? Yeah,
pure sex.
It was great.
It's pure sex.
It was
so
pure sex.
What is I'm gonna play dumb here. What does that mean? You French press it? I don't understand the coffee lingo.
Boy,
can you delete him?
I've heard it a million times. I know French.
Delete him.
But I don't know exactly what does that do to the coffee?
I'm explaining a lot to you on this episode.
First of all, that first thing, nobody knows what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, let's see what it is. Tell me, what is it?
Okay, go ahead. You say it.
Have you ever heard
it'll sound biased for me. So go ahead.
Have you ever heard the expression? I put so and so over. Like you go on there. Somebody went on the show and they were really good to them. They put them over.
Put them over. I don't know.
That's
it doesn't seem important. I thought it was something sexual.
No. It's just like
a rusty trombone.
We've all heard of that.
Well, if you give somebody
what is it then, Frank? Tell me what it is right now.
It is not suitable for this platform. They will ban us and and no good.
Look at this, Paul. See, now Paul's classy. That's how I know I'm classy. He says no other way.
Yes.
French press.
I would agree with you if I knew what it was. I don't know what it is.
So you put the coffee grinds in this special in the Fresh Press, which is just like a coffee.
Right, I've seen those things.
Pot.
Yeah, right.
And then what it is it has like a little screen on it and a pump. So you put the top
keep
on,
going.
and then you slowly push.
Oh God.
The press down that has a screen on it. So what it does is, and it goes all the way, like all around, it touches the edges of the pot. So the screen then pushes down all the grinds to the very, very bottom, so that all you then have is coffee and water. So instead of percolating the water and the coffee together, you boil the water, then you put it into the pot, you let it sit for like 5 or 8 minutes, and then you slowly push it down, and that's a French press coffee.
Okie dokie.
It was good. It
Cool.
was phenomenal.
Pure sex.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I thought it was a little better than normal percolation, but it's my first time doing it, so I don't want to jump the gun there.
All right.
But either way, Jumpstart coffee, best.
So it
coffee
worked well with the Jumpstart. Nice.
Oh, for phenomenal. I think if I mixed Jumpstart coffee with mud and made it, it would be like, this is delicious mud coffee.
It would improve the mud. I'll tell you that.
It would definitely pick up the mud a little bit, elevate that mudness. Link in the description below. Order now.
Put the mud over.
AnthonyOnAir.com. I need Brian the Cannon Bannon because I know
He
he's
doesn't
heard
know
of
what you're
this
talking
phrase.
about. He does not know what you're talking about.
All right, Jay Sabs, did you find the Trump thing or no?
No.
All right, so maybe it's not real.
Yeah, I don't know if he really said it, but what the thing was is that he said Joe Rogan was lying, that he rejected him, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's we can't say it's real. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
So don't want to put out fake news.
But I am surprised because Rogan will have just about anybody on,
Right?
and there would be no bigger episode than Donald Trump.
Probably not, but he doesn't need it.
Do you remember when Obama was president and he went on WTF with Mark Maron?
Yes, I never saw it, but I remember that happening.
That was like the first time a sitting president went on a pod. It was like the biggest thing ever. I feel like everybody listened to that. Like I had people coming up to me going, I've never listened to a podcast in my life, and I listened to that one.
I still don't listen to podcasts.
I think that Trump on Rogan would be like, I think everybody would listen to it.
But hey, good for him for I'm not the biggest Rogan fan, but good for him for saying F you to this guy.
Well, here's what I love about it too. All people like you, Frank, that just because Rogan doesn't lick Nancy Pelosi's ass, they're like, oh, he's a conservative asshole. Now you guys are in like this weird position where you're like, well, fuck, he's shutting down Trump, but he's also not like, you can't pigeonhole the guy in a fucking spot.
Wow, already?
That means we've run out of time on this topic and we have to move on.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus,
we'll
I
move.
had to hang out with this guy's kids today.
Who, my kids?
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that my kids were draining today?
Oh my God. I mean, if your son could just stop talking about Asian women, like just for 1 minute.
What?
It's a long story.
Okay.
All right, we'll share that story. Let's go through this quickly. Boris Johnson. I'm not sure I've ever
Definitely gonna yawn. Go ahead.
I'm not sure I've ever seen anything quite like this. I'm gonna give you the Cliff Notes version.
I'll keep Jay Saab's attention. His initials are BJ. Go ahead, Ant.
Oh.
And for our British listeners, viewers, you can fill in the gaps here. Forgive me on this, but this is basically what's going on. Boris Johnson, it came to light that while everybody was on a lockdown, him and his whole crew were partying. Like in the government buildings and in their housing or whatever, they were throwing bashes while he was locking down the country.
That's nice.
People find out about this and he goes, listen, we'll never have another controversy ever again. Fast forward to now, and one of the people in his political party that had a position in his government was like sexually harassing two dudes. A dude sexually harassing two other dudes. It was so bad that the dude resigned, right?
Okay.
So now they go to find out that, well, they think allegedly that Boris Johnson knew about it and didn't do anything about it. Didn't make the guy resign. He didn't say shit. He didn't say it's not right. He didn't say you should resign. You should this. He didn't come forward and say we just found out we fired this guy. Nothing. He fucking knew about it and he just moved right on after he said no more controversies from me. On Sunday, 2 people in the government resigned. That went up to 9 yesterday. They're now up to over 40 resignations.
Whoa.
Like minister, like people in the ministry, like all like Secretary of States, like real serious people, big positions. Over 40 people have resigned. And just before we got on the air, Boris Johnson fired the cabinet minister, Michael Gove. Yeah.
Man, riveting.
Michael Gove, he threatened to resign. He was like the latest person to resign. And he goes, fuck you, you're fired. And fires the guy.
So, all right. So
you don't find that interesting? I mean, over 40 members of the British government are just walking out on their leader.
How many are left?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But that's a big number. In a few days?
In 3 days.
Yeah.
People were losing their minds on Sunday when 3 people resigned. Then yesterday, like if you go back and watch the newscast yesterday when it was up to 10, they were like, this is the worst thing that ever happened in UK Parliament history. And now we're up to over 40. I just think that's crazy.
That's something's going on there. And I don't know if they know something and they're leaving or they just don't want to deal with it.
And Boris Johnson is like, I'm not fucking leaving. He's like, it ain't happening. Like I was watching clips of them in Parliament today. They were hysterical laughing at his answers. And he's like, laugh all you want. I ain't going anywhere.
Huh.
That's fucking crazy. Paying services by Steve. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat. Frank, you look pretty good for a guy who just had COVID. You do.
Mm-hmm.
I do, but I didn't.
Well,
but
yeah, okay.
I'd tell you. I would tell you. I have no problem.
No, you wouldn't.
I honestly would. Why wouldn't I?
Frank,
I would tell
know you
you.
don't like to lie.
I don't like to lie. And I did not have COVID.
What did you have?
Not COVID.
Did you have something? Were you sick? Last
Yeah,
week?
I wasn't feeling good. I was nauseous. Maybe I ate something bad. I don't know. But I just could not come on. It wasn't COVID, though. I would have told you.
Was it the nausea where you lost your sense of smell and taste?
Yeah, and that nausea where screw you. No,
I thought you were going to come on this show and announce that you had COVID. That's what I thought you were going to do.
I would tell you. I honestly would, but didn't.
I don't think you would.
I
love you.
Why
I love
wouldn't
you
I?
because then it's like you feel like you're defeated.
No, not at all. Everybody I know has it. I'm surprised I haven't had it yet.
Me too.
Frank.
Maybe
Frank.
I did. I didn't know it, but I
give me access to your medical records for the last week.
I'd also like your bank accounts while we're getting stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll send
Did your wife have it?
No. She had it a while, a year ago. But
wait a minute. I thought you two both never got it.
No, did she? Wait.
That's breaking. That's breaking.
Oh, I caught him in a lie.
No.
Yes.
She thought she had it. We tested, and it was negative. We tested twice, and it was negative. She thought she had it. We both didn't have it.
Wait, this time or a year ago?
A year ago. So
did you take a test this time?
Did we take a test this time? Yes. No. Wait a minute.
He looked to the left. That usually means they're lying. Go ahead.
I didn't take a test, but I didn't have I didn't do anything. I was nauseous for a couple hours, and I was done. I wasn't sick.
It's funny that it was the exact time that Anthony on air was playing live. What do you think, Anthony?
It was like dinner time-ish, and I was.
Well, done. I get nauseous every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30.
Me too.
So.
Me too. Let me ask you a question. Did she just test last week too, or no?
She tested. She was negative.
That's sus. Okay.
I would tell you if I had it. I have no problem telling you if I had it or not, and I didn't. So
false negative, Janine. Is that what you're saying? False negative?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I want to tell you.
Okay.
I think he had it. And then next year, he's going to tell us that he had it last year. What do you think?
Why would
This is like the time you lied during the contest.
I'm still master of my domain.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
No, everything. I would tell you. I really would.
I will say we were hanging out with the others at the July 4th party that you avoided, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Janine's other friends that are not my friends, and the one guy who I don't know his name. I've seen him for like 7 years in a row now.
Stupid ass.
Oh wait, no, I know his name. He's Frank because I know he's the funnier Frank. That's how I remember it.
Right.
Right.
Got it. He's never had it. This guy told us that he's never gotten COVID, and his wife got COVID, and they slept in the same bed the entire week she had it, and
Yep.
he still didn't get it.
And she didn't wear a mask either.
Yeah.
Maybe Franks are immune to it.
Have we looked into that? Because
I don't
now
know
that
one
you
Frank that's had it.
I think you're onto something.
I
yeah,
don't know. Anybody
So-
named Frank that has had it? Let us know.
When I came in contact with it twice in December, he was one of the people who also came in contact. And we were saying that because I went to his house for a New Year's Eve party and everybody got it there except me, my husband, and him. So we're saying that we are the people for the zombie apocalypse, but then Gaetano got it and gave it to me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
so he was the last man standing.
Yep.
The cure might be in his blood.
Yep.
Interesting.
So
Have we checked the Franks? I think we're onto something here.
I'm trying to think of another famous Frank.
My uncle, I don't think has had it. His name's Frank.
we'll see.
Frank.
Have we
We
checked on
famous-
Sinatra Jr.? I don't. Literally, I cannot think of
Sinatra
another
Jr.'s dead.
famous fucking Frank. Can't think of one.
Frank Langella.
What?
You don't know who Frank Langella is? Come on.
From Big?
No.
Yeah, wasn't he in Big?
No. Frank Langella was not in Big.
Oh, okay. I know who Frank.
That's
Langella
Robert
is.
Loggia.
That's Robert Loggia. Yeah, I get them confused.
What? Next.
All right, next topic. We got to talk about 4th of July. We'll get to it. Clinton Epstein body count. We didn't talk about this, as I said. This might be old news for some, but I have to mention it because we were planned on mentioning it, and then it just kind of got brushed to the side. And then, as soon as Rogan was talking about not letting Trump on, he brought this up, and it kind of fueled the fire again. But basically, this guy Mark Middleton, he died by suicide on May 7th. Middleton was President Bill Clinton's special advisor who personally admitted Jeffrey Epstein into the White House on at least 17 occasions that we know of.
Ooh.
17 occasions. Married guy, father of 2, living in Little Rock, Arkansas, supposedly shot himself at the Heifer Ranch in Perryville,
Sus.
30 miles away from his home.
How many times?
The Daily Mail said that Middleton's father, Larry, and his widow, Rhea, are fighting to keep photos and other illustrative content of his death sealed.
Well, I mean,
The two filed for an injunction, arguing that blocking the release of the footage would halt the proliferation of unsubstantiated conspiracy theories. Lawsuit claimed that the family has been harassed by outlandish, hurtful, unsupported, and offensive online articles regarding Middleton and his death. Perry County Sheriff Scott Montgomery said Middleton was discovered hanging from a tree with a shotgun blast to his chest.
why was he hanging from a tree?
That's sus.
Is it not?
Why would he be hanging from a tree?
He double suicided himself.
That's, I mean,
Is that just to like make sure that it definitely happens, or
That it-
what?
I mean, if the gun jams, at least he's got that. If that, I don't know. I have no idea. That's a weird one.
What the fuck? I mean, what is this body count up to now? Seriously.
I don't know. I don't think we should be talking about this,
No.
to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I'm scared right now. That's it.
All right, let's move on. I don't want to drone over this, but the Highland Park thing. So anyway, I was at basically one of the worst 4th of July parties I was ever involved in.
Oh,
Bam.
okay.
and went inside
Wow.
to avoid just the bad food, the awkward conversation, the deathly mosquito bites I was suffering through. And the TV was on, and boom, here comes another shooting. So I thought that was kind of fucking sad state of affairs. It's fucking July 4th. The kids and families all go into a parade. Here comes this prick, and he's going to open fire and do all these awful things. You know me, I don't want to talk about this stuff. I think it's annoying, but I will say 3 points to this. This fucking kid, again, another teen, young kid from Chicago. The fucking signs around this kid who had like a tattoo on his face.
Yep.
All right. He posted a fucking photo, disturbing images of a teenage sex doll alongside racist and anti-Semitic remarks just days before the shooting. That's one. 2, at his mother's home, he painted a mural on the side of the house of a person holding a gun with the yellow smiley face. That's 2.
Okay.
3, the father of this kid signed whatever I forget what they call it, in order for the kid to buy a gun.
Like a release or something, or
he had to like sign for it.
Right.
Fucking the father did it. Signed for it so he could buy the gun. I mean,
it was obtained legally, which is a big problem.
What in the honest fuck? I mean,
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's insane how.
Where did it happen?
Highland Park in Chicago.
It's
in Illinois. Yeah.
At least they don't have any problems with guns there.
Yeah, that's true. They're doing just fine.
The whole friggin' country, man. It's everywhere.
Here's the thing. If I write something on a post about the schmack sheen or a schmovid, it gets deleted or flagged. But yet this guy has written stuff and posted things, and it's just like, it's okay. Yeah, that's what gets me. It's like,
where did he post this stuff?
Didn't he post it on his social media?
Yeah.
What social media?
I don't know if it was Facebook or Twitter or specific. I don't know which one it was specifically, but they all have these little things in place.
Yeah, maybe were they still up, or were they like flagged, or were they taken down? Because maybe he posted them and they were flagged or something, and they were taken down or blocked.
It just screams that he's gonna commit something bad. And it just makes no sense. It makes no sense. But here's my thing. I wonder how many times a day Instagram, Facebook, Twitter sees all these posts. How many times a day do you think people actually write things? Again, it could be from bots too. Like, you never know, which is why it's annoying.
Well, that's the thing with this. I mean, if you post, if let's say this kid posts all this stuff, I think, does the responsibility stop with the social media just takes it down or flags it or bans it or whatever? Is there follow up? Like if someone posts a video that's questionable, or a phrase or a photo, is it just you're blocked and that's the end of it, or is it you're blocked and I have to hand this over to the police?
No, I don't think it is even.
That step doesn't exist.
I don't think so. I mean, every police department is different. Could it be federal? I really don't even know.
And it should be. I think the point is that it should be, right? If you get something, if something of yours gets flagged on social media, and honestly, we can bitch about Congress and the NRA and all that, which is totally warranted if you ask me. But some common sense things that we got to put into place, we really kind of should hold these social media companies accountable. Because like Janine said, she posts something about that, it's flagged right away. So the fact that there's not a mechanism, you telling me these fucking nerds can't sit in an afternoon and figure out a way
to get calling them nerds is probably not going to help your case.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, point taken, because in the last few days, I've seen 2 news outlets, like I think it was WABC and some other one post articles about how the schmackine is not. Oh, scientists realize that schmackine is not helping. It's not stopping transmitting COVID. So I wrote something like, I was obviously being sarcastic, and I wrote, "Gee, is this good?" I forgot what I wrote exactly. Do you know that I went back? I could not find my own comment. So they definitely deleted it. Though somebody deleted it or whatever. And it's like, so they're flagging me or deleting my obviously sarcastic joke. But then, like, when these people
Well,
post
that's the
these
thing.
things,
You know you're being sarcastic, but how do they know?
The computer.
but even
doesn't know.
so, that's nothing. I'm not posting anything like for concern or threatening anyone. Like,
Right.
it's
Yeah, no, I
Well,
get it.
because and to that point, I'm glad you said that, because I don't know if you remember, but what was the thing that Periscope? Do you guys remember Periscope?
hmm
Periscope was a thing, and then Twitter bought it, and then Twitter eventually killed it. But Periscope was like a live video platform, and people, you could just click around and see people's periscopes, right? And it was all live. It was all live stream stuff. You couldn't upload videos to it. And so they had comments. You could comment on the thing, and they were getting into their anti-bullying phase or whatever. And so if you were watching a live stream, every now and then you would see a comment from somebody that would pop up, and they would ask you, like, is this comment appropriate, or is this comment okay? Like, so obviously something
yeah.
triggered the thing, but they would give it to 100, 200, 300, however many people that were watching. They would show it to a certain percentage of people, and it would ask people if it was okay. And then, judging by people's vote on yes or no, it would take it down or leave it up. So how do they not have that now for posts
how
that
long
sit
does
up
that
there for
take?
days? It literally took seconds, Frank. Just the way our comments pop up on the live chat, like, you would see a thing, it would come right up and be like, is this comment appropriate? And you would just hit yes or no.
Mm.
And you could read it, and you could tell if it was somebody being facetious or sarcastic. You'd be like, yeah, it's fine.
Right.
How
Well,
do
that's
they
the
not have this shit already? And how is it not fucking wired into the local precinct to
Well,
fucking go on
that
over there and do a little site
yeah,
check?
that should be the point. But anything that's posted can be reported, flagged. Yeah, I could go on Twitter and report everything I say. But
Well, and that's the thing, because then what's been happening is like all the right-wing people, they'll say something, or they'll put like a pro-Trump thing down, and then their friends will fucking just report them, and then they'll get
Yeah.
into Facebook jail for a week. There should be that communal, like, what is this appropriate? Is it like, I understand the bots recognizing it, but there should be a second step where the humans can look at it and go, no, this is fine, or they were being okay.
well, if you report something, let's say on Twitter, someone posts something stupid, you report it. Does a person look at that report, or is it still a bot?
Do they
I
get
don't
that
know.
report?
Yeah, like if you write something, I don't know, weird or crazy, or you threaten someone or whatever it is, and I report it, who sees that report? Is it a person, or is it just a computer program that looks at it and goes, no, it's fine, or yes, it's terrible?
Right now, I think it's a bot, and I'm sure there's some human review. But as we know, I still, from March, I have not gotten an answer as to why we were taken off of Facebook. When I go and look now at my inbox, it still says it being reviewed.
Well, maybe we have to go into the metaverse
Mhm.
and maybe walk into the Meta offices,
Yeah.
talk to the Meta secretary, make a Meta appointment, and then go see the Meta people in charge, and maybe we'll get a Meta answer.
What if they send us to the Meta doctor for some medicine?
Well, then
Put
you rim shot all over the answer.
I knew it was bad, but I went through with it anyway.
That's what she said.
Honestly, and not to sound like a right-wing crazy or NRA person here, but all the gun control in the world, like, you still need to be a decent fucking parent, for Christ's sake.
No, of course,
Like,
but it would have made it at least harder. Maybe you put in more gun law. I don't know. What's this guy's the father? What's his background? Like, did they do
Douchebag? I think douchebag is his background.
Yeah, but like, did they do? How easy was it for him to get the gun?
So the father signed his firearm owner's identification card, the FOID, which allowed him to go and buy the AR-15.
So it was technically his father's gun, or he
No,
bought
his.
it under. It was the kid's gun.
That card allows you, says my kid can go and buy the gun,
Right.
and that state.
So, I mean, it's just too easy. I mean, what do people need this friggin' gun for? It's unbelievable. It's a like a
Probably
don't know if it's
protection
military.
in Chicago, to be honest.
Yeah, no, but I mean the general public. If let's say magically you can go like this, and all the AR-15s and the crazy military grade weapons can just disappear, then you wouldn't need. Obviously there are criminals who still have them, but as you collect them and stop the production and release of them into the citizens' hands, then maybe we can get rid of some of this stuff. I mean,
Frankie's got a gun.
The father also said there was a shooting in Denmark, and the father said that him and his son talked about that shooting the night before Highland Park, and
how?
he's hired R. Kelly's lawyer to defend him because he fucking knows he should go to jail for this. I mean, honestly,
The father, yeah, there should be some kind of accountability.
Until we start doing these things, that nothing is gonna. Parents are just gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't pull the trigger, so it wasn't none on me."
Well,
But
again,
you signed the fucking card, so.
And you
I
hear
know.
your son's a psychopath. I mean,
Guy's
What
got
is-
face tattoos. With all due respect to Mike Tyson and Post Malone, he's got fucking face tattoos.
doesn't
on,
mean you're a
he's-
criminal, but yeah, there were signs with this kid.
You're right, it doesn't. But that combined with, gunman murals and fucking
Yeah,
obsession
no,
over shootings.
You add it all up, it doesn't look good. Of course.
just the way the guy from Sandy Hook looked. Just look at him. You're gonna buy someone who looks like that a gun? Like, come on, or take him to a shooting range? Like, the mom, why
I
did
think-
she do that? Like, why?
I mean, the people
Just
they
look
claim
at him.
they claim protection, but it's like we don't know what it is.
No.
They like the guns. They want to play with the guns. If you want to play with an AR-15, they should have them you should be able to maybe rent it for an hour at a gun range. You don't need it in your house. You don't need it, a wall of guns. I mean, how many guns is it going to take? And everybody goes, oh, but the government, if the government wants to kick down your door. It's like, first of all, the government, no matter what you have, the government has better than you. So you're not winning that fight.
Not hair. Go ahead.
They might have. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen a really good government person with good hair. You're right. But in terms of arsenal, you're outgunned. No matter what you've got in your arsenal, your shed or your wall or whatever. So you don't claiming that you need it to fight a tyrannical government is bullshit.
Ooh,
And claiming you need it
cool word.
for protection of your house. There are other guns that you could protect your house with. You don't need
Well,
a
let me ask you
freaking
this:
AR-15.
do you think if you wanted to protect, say, your grandchildren from being shot, and you shot them yourself, wouldn't you say that's a good form of protection?
You see, so then they're already shot. So then there you go.
Right.
Just like what's her name, Debbie Lesko says.
Yeah. Listen to this fucking half a moron here.
This is unbelievable. I can't hear it.
Huh?
Can't hear it.
Can you not hear it?
It sounds
Press
like
it
it's
again.
down a hallway.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Want me to play it off my phone into the mic?
Yeah, no, I got it. I'll play it off my thing here. I thought I had it all hooked up for everybody. All right, here we go. Ready? Here comes this asshole right here.
Ugh. Thanks.
HR 2377. I have 5 grandchildren. I would do anything to protect my 5 grandchildren, including, as a last resort, shooting them if I had to protect the lives of my grandchildren.
Huh? I think
What?
she messed up there. What? What does that even mean?
Yeah,
What?
how's that work?
And you say, all right, I think she messed up. What's insane is that she then later, I have to find it, but she went on Twitter and what's her name again? Lesko. She went on Twitter to explain.
Mm-hmm.
And you think she would say, oh, I misspoke
Right.
or whatever. No.
What's this explanation? If it's not the speed, shoot them in the leg explanation, I just can't.
It's, let me see. No, it's like, let's see. Here's her response to people's outrage about what she said. This is right off of her Twitter page. It never ceases to amaze me the lengths gun control zealots will go. They turned my speech about protecting Second Amendment rights and my right to protecting my grandchildren from violent criminals into a claim I would harm my own grandchildren. Absolutely ridiculous. You said that if it comes to it, you would shoot your grandkids.
Don't know what she means. I think she meant she would shoot the people. But why did she say?
She could have said that. She could have clarified. She didn't.
No clue.
She could have
Right,
said, no, I
have
misspoke.
This is like a couple of weeks ago when they said they want to protect white babies or whatever they said.
Huh?
Like, did you hear that speech? Somebody made a speech and they were like,
At a Trump rally, the woman came up, Trump standing right behind her, like this.
yeah,
And she goes, "Oh, it protects white lives." Or,
white lies. Yeah.
In about abortion. She was talking about the
Right.
abortion overturn.
When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. But she clarified. She did not mean to say, I forget what she meant to say.
Well, tell that to the thousands of people who applauded what she said without the explanation. I mean, what the
True,
fuck?
I didn't think of that. But she walked it back immediately. And people, by the way, I do this all the time. I misspeak all the time. Like I think
Sure.
I'm thinking of one thing and I say something else. That shit happens to me all the time. Used to happen to me all the time on the air. People would be like, "Why'd you say that?" And I'd be like, "I didn't say that." And they're like, "Yeah, you did."
Yeah, no, that happens.
Huh?
Yeah.
People fuck up. You say something, you fuck up. But that, I would, as a last resort, shoot. Like,
Yeah.
And what possible situation? I mean, I'm picturing the only situation is, remember Speed? Shoot the hostage?
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah, like what and even then, it's like, no, I'm probably not going to shoot my grandkid.
Mm.
But that's your right. That's the right you want to protect.
Look at me. She's like, well, let's jump to conclusions here.
The annoying one or not? It's like,
Exactly.
What does that speech even mean?
I can't believe she didn't walk it back and be like, what I meant to say was, or that came out wrong. This is what I meant.
Right. It's no, you turned my words around against me. What?
Yeah.
No,
What?
we just heard what you said and we're responding to exactly what you said.
Meanwhile, Laura Ingraham is still trying to blame it on marijuana. Like still out there pushing the whole this is all happening because of marijuana.
Anything but guns. It's the amount of doors in the school. It's marijuana. It's medication. Anything but the gun. It's never the gun's fault.
We're pushing for answers and accountability. These are the eyes of some of the mass killers who've reportedly been regular pot users.
Oh no.
Look at them. Those in politics and in the media who devote their time and energy to fear-mongering on fake issues while covering up the truth about the growing scourge of violent psychosis in our young people. They have to be called out, they have to be defeated, and then the public has to be educated. And parents, this means you need to get into the game. This means you understanding that this can happen to you, to your family, no matter how wealthy you are, how well-adjusted you are, how mature and together your children seem. It's time to call out the phonies and call in the warriors for common sense. And that's the angle.
What the fuck is she talking about?
I like how she goes, we're going to call in the phonies. I'm like, I'm looking at the biggest one. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Man, anything. It's anything but the guns. The guns, the last thing that causes the problem.
You know, you can make all sorts of, parabens and hormones in food. You could get away with a lot of shit. But to say the most mellowest of fucking drugs.
Yeah, really.
The one that mellows you out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not even like heroin or something that maybe, or speed or something that like cocaine. It's the mellowest one. It's the one that causes you to eat more and chill the fuck out.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
And to Jocelyn's point in the comments, what if they use knives and take knives away? The point is the AR-15s and guns like that are designed to take out lots of living things. And
you can't kill 100 people with knives.
Someone's going to take you out before there's always going to be crime. There's always going to be people hurting other people, but we want to try to reduce the amount of damage done. And an AR-15 just does a lot of damage.
But again, no fucking legislation, Frank, is going to replace a father's fucking common sense to not sign the fucking card for his son, who's clearly unstable and can't handle it.
What is that card? Just because his father said, shouldn't there? If the father is buying a gun for his kid, shouldn't that mean that the kid has to have some kind of background check?
Yeah, but it's like a sponsored card. So basically, you're basically saying the kid's good, kid's worth it.
So just take my word for it.
Yeah.
We're not going to do any background check. We'll take this guy who says this guy, other guy's good for it.
You got to see this
What?
guy out there. He's the fucking father's doing press like none on me. It wasn't me. I had nothing to do with it.
I mean, yeah, he didn't pull the trigger. He didn't, but he gave him the weapon. I don't know what the exact, like, what's the crime that he committed? Accessory. I don't know if that's what crime they could hit the dad with, but at least there's got to be some kind of. I gave him the gun. I signed for it. I'm partially responsible for him having this weapon. I mean, even the gun shop. I gave this guy a gun knowing he's going to give it to someone we haven't checked out. Like, I don't understand that logic. Like, how could you think there's all these background checks and all this stuff, but if you're just going to go like this and say, oh, no, he'll be fine. You don't have to check him out.
I don't know.
You checked me out.
Again, I hate to be stereotypical, but once you come walking in with a face tattoo, it's over.
It's over.
It's not going to happen.
I don't.
Sorry. This is not going to happen.
I mean, there are people with face tattoos that are just fine.
No.
Like me. Thank you. Okay.
Metallica.
That's right. She has a face tattoo.
Ginny doesn't have. Oh, that's right. I forgot she does have face tattoos.
Thank you.
I wouldn't give her a fucking gun either.
No, you definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't give me a gun either.
No. You should see what she did with New Amsterdam vodka over the weekend. It was fucking awful.
We don't need a background check. We need a front round check.
That's right.
As soon as we look at you. Nope.
Anyway, Janine might be excited about this too. Metallica, their song Master of Puppets was in the finale of Stranger Things.
Now, do not tell me anything because my wife and I had literally just started last week watching Stranger Things. We're a little bit into the
While you had
season.
COVID?
No.
It is a good show to watch during COVID.
Okay.
I would imagine.
If that doesn't just fucking seal the deal right now, you definitely.
We're like midway. We're midway through the third season now, so we're.
Did you watch it because Janine suggested it?
Did I watch it? No, when did Janine suggest it?
Only on the podcast.
I've been suggesting it.
Yeah, she's been talking about it like last 3 weeks.
No, I don't know. I don't watch this show, but my brother suggested it, and he was like, "Watch it." And
your brother watches it because of Janine. That's fucked up.
Oh, then there you go. So yes, technically yes.
Well, I'm not going to say anything, but it appeared in the season finale, and it has skyrocketed back up the charts.
Yep.
Damn right it has.
All that.
As it should.
Similar to what happened with Kate Bush. That fucking Kate Bush, because of Stranger Things, and that song found its way back onto TikTok. She has been raking in the dough.
Yep.
I can imagine.
See what happens.
I think she's made more money in the last few months than she's made over her entire career.
Yes.
Which is fucking crazy. But Metallica's Master of Puppets went from just hit number 1 on the iTunes rock chart 36 years after it was originally released.
Damn.
Boom. It's a beautiful thing.
All because of Stranger Things.
Love it. I mean, they made the right move saying, yeah, you could use my song.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I can't believe you're watching it. Janine tried to get me to watch it, and I told you I had the long weekend, so I was like, I have a chance to do it.
It's good.
I started another show instead.
Which one?
I went off a suggestion from a total stranger over you and your suggestion.
What show?
I started watching The Bear.
The Bear.
Oh, I don't know that one.
I think it's an FX show, but I'm watching it on Hulu. It's about a chef who takes over his brother's he's like a Michelin star, world-class, super famous chef, and his family owns like an Italian beef shop in Chicago that his brother was running, and his
sounds riveting. Oh my God.
Died, and he went back to run. He left his life of Michelin stars to go run the family beef shop.
And he turns it around for the better.
I'm only 3 episodes in. I still don't know why the brother's dead and where it's all going, but it's pretty interesting. It's kind of riveting so far. I can't suggest it yet, but I'm into it. I'm enjoying it so far.
Okay, you better start watching Stranger Things before I get really
I agree.
upset.
I will go with Paige's suggestion, and I will compliment you, Janine. I value your recommendations.
Doesn't sound like you do.
No.
I do. That was a good one. I don't remember you recommending it, but if you did, very nice. No, I give you. I don't remember. I really don't. But if you did, then kudos, because that's a great show. I am on board. And I have to give, Paul, God.
Paul, $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that wholeheartedly. When the Second Amendment was written, the bullet hadn't been invented yet. It also says well-regulated militia.
Agreed.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I watch
Power through it
on 4th of July. I love watching John Adams on HBO.
What?
John Adams. That was what, like 10, 12 years ago?
It was a number of years ago. I would have watched the whole thing, so I got dragged to this awful part. But anyway, I was just watching it, and it does kind of make you think about how ridiculous it all is, because you go back there and you just see like what it was like and what the British were doing and why they came up with that to begin with, and it just kind of seems so crazy silly to me.
Agreed. But
anyway, do you want to talk about 4th of July and how terrible it was? Oh,
Why was it terrible, you cocksucker?
Here's clue number 1.
No, let me say
the host calling you a cocksucker.
Let me say this. It wasn't that I went to an awful party once on a boat that I can't even tell you about. But this was actually,
it wasn't mine.
It was quite lovely. I tell you, Janine, I don't know. And this is why I'm glad we have a show, because I can drill down on this now. Who was doing the cooking here? Because no bullshit, everything that she served was fucking amazing. Like one thing after the next. I couldn't tell because it was coming out of, she was bringing it out of the kitchen and her husband was putting it on the grill. So I don't know if it was a team effort or if she was doing it and he was just kind of heating it up towards the end. I don't know, but I want to know who was
just credit the both of them. Everybody had a hand in there. No,
I went out into the woods and slaughtered many chickens, and
a lot of chickens in the woods. Those free roaming wild chickens.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nothing was pre-made. Everything was cooked by Gaetano on the grill, but I picked the meat out. That's what she said. So there was some ribs that had some like Caribbean jerk flavor.
Nice.
There was also some
Picked
chicken
that up at the jerk store.
That too, and also like a Cajun rub on them too.
Now
Nice.
I didn't get the chicken, and I'm sad about that because it was.
Oh.
It looked. I've never seen drumsticks this big. It was fucking huge.
Yeah, they were huge. See, that's the prop. Okay, so here's the thing. That's why I don't like cooking chicken like that on the grill, because it takes forever. Because you have to cook it slow and low. That's what she said. Because if you cook it too high, then it's just gonna burn the skin. You know what I mean? What did you have, Anthony, that you liked?
The fucking ribs were good.
Thank you.
Maybe a little heavy-handed on the cayenne pepper, but I like spice. I like it.
Don't be a pussy. Go ahead.
Jeez.
Even the hot dogs were good. I said to my wife,
you said to me, "Where'd you get these hot dogs from?" I'm like,
I'm going through a bit of an existential crisis right now, where I have been on Team Ballpark for so long, and I bit into this hot dog, and it was so tasty and flavorful.
What kind was it?
I think it was Nathan's, right? Didn't you say it was Nathan's?
Yep.
Oh, Nathan's is good. I just asked Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, Joey Chestnuts.
I do not. Okay. Ballpark to me is the most disgusting one.
But they plump as you cook them.
Mm-hmm.
Other things plump when you cook them too.
Hi-oh. Set you up for that one.
My brother likes those a lot. And when we do a barbecue and get hot dogs, I am like the nicest sister, because I do get like an extra pack. I just get a pack of those for him because I don't do them, so I'll just do straight Nathan's.
Yeah,
or separate.
I gotta rethink my whole
So
life.
bread's good.
This is like a big moment in your life right now.
Yeah,
Just
it
wanna let you
really
know.
is.
I don't think I've had a bad hot dog. I mean, it's hard to
That's
screw
what
up
she
a
said.
hot dog. I guess.
Mm.
I mean, have you ever had a hot dog and went, "This is disgusting"? I feel like a hot dog, for the most part, like on a scale, it would be like just a slight difference in all hot dogs.
This was noticeable.
in flavor.
That's what I'm saying. Like this was like noticeably
Hmm.
better.
All right.
Well, funny enough, my mom brought the hot dogs.
I bet she did. She probably cooked them on her own little oven too. I bet.
Now, is it okay to season a hot dog?
What with smoked paprika?
Yeah, because I got to get rid of it. I got like a pound of it.
Every time my uncle cooks something with smoked paprika, he brings you up.
I think that might be the next shirt.
Yeah.
I've got smoked paprika. What do I do? Something like that. And just a picture of it.
It's an early podcast callback.
Also, to me, cheese on a hot dog. Why in your
that's
life
good.
would you do that?
Cheese dog. That's fine.
Bleh.
Chili dog.
My wife loves a cheese dog.
Cheese dog's fine.
She loves them.
The worst, I think, is ketchup on a hot dog, and I know that's
I agree.
Anthony's
I agree.
favorite freaking thing.
You know what that is?
No,
it's a
it's not.
sign of a serial killer. I'm not even kidding you.
It's not a sign.
Okay, they
It's like-
surveyed like 100 serial killers, and 96 out of 100 put ketchup on a hot dog.
Every kid puts ketchup on a hot dog. My cousins.
Yeah, you grow out of that when you're 4.
My cousins from Pennsylvania put ketchup and mustard. They do one on each side. Yeah.
At least
Okay.
they got the mustard on there. I could maybe
You know,
forgive it, but
I'm sure you guys know, but they do that in other states. If you go to like a
what about
fast
mayo?
food place, fast food places will give you ketchup and
Well, you
mustard
can-
on a burger.
All right. I mean, have you ever did mayo and mustard mixed?
No, I
Yeah.
don't do mayo.
Not
I don't
on a
do
hot
the
dog.
M-word
but
either.
No, on like a hamburger.
You can mix mayo with anything and it'll be better.
Mayo is wonderful.
Mayo and ketchup is better than just ketchup. It's true.
Ketchup. I love ketchup, but not on a hot dog.
I'll tell you what, my preferred hamburger has mayo on it. Instead of ketchup, you get a nice slice of a tomato
Okay.
and you're golden. Tomato, lettuce, fucking an
So
onion if you want, and some mayo, and you're good.
So you're basically McDonald's hamburgers.
I mean, kind of, but like I'll tell you what, I don't want to be too posh for everybody here, but a little garlic aioli is really my preferred.
That's
Will
better.
you stop it?
That's 100% better. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Garlic. See, now, whenever I see like these cooking shows, they always toast the bun. You got to toast the bun. I like bread. I like to hold bread, and then it's all crunchy and crispy. I don't prefer a
I like a
toasted
toasted
bun.
bun.
I prefer soft, bread around a hot dog or a hamburger.
So I'm a Martin's roll guy, and we bought some like 3 weeks ago, and then we bought a package on Saturday. My parents were here visiting, so we made some hot dogs and stuff, and I realized I was short. I needed more buns, so I go, "Do we still have those buns? They can't be good." I go into the cupboard. Fine.
They are good. They last for weeks.
And I'm
They
like,
really do. They really
Bread
do.
should not last for a month.
That's
I
good.
know.
They're made with cement.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna eat these fucking things anymore.
It's 2 parts bread, 2 parts cement, and they're
Yeah.
fine.
I got
It
a
is
little
good.
bakery over here, makes nice little buns. That's the fucking way to go. Gary, I agree with Jay Sabs. I like ketchup, but on a dog, mustard and chopped onions. Here's where I could tell you Jay Sabs was extra classy. You may not think of it's a big deal, but it is. She had a little fucking sauerkraut to go along with the hot dogs.
Love the sauerkraut.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Now, some might say you make it, that's crazy. It comes in a fucking bag. You pop it open, you put it on the stovetop, and you cook it. Still, that is an effort that I have not personally made in a long time.
Microwave. Microwave that shit.
An effort. Okay.
So here's something I discovered. So I went to what's that place?
The doctor's office for a COVID test?
Stu
right.
Leonard.
Stu Leonard's.
Yeah.
You know how you walk around.
That one hit you after that took a
Man.
second.
That one got you good. So I
That's funny.
that one landed
Was that
hard.
me or was that a comment?
That was you.
Okay, all right. I'll take it.
All
Go ahead,
right.
Frank.
So I went to Stu Leonard's, and you know how when you walk around, they have these people giving out samples and stuff and whatever.
No.
All right. Well, they do. So you walk around, and I get to the the meats are sausages, all this stuff, and there's a guy there, and he's selling. He's got this stuff, I guess, that he makes. It's like his own company, and he asked me, he goes, "Oh, do you like grilling sausages and you peppers and onions and stuff?" I go, "I like it, but I'm not an onion guy. I'm not a big onion guy." He goes, "Me either. I've got the perfect thing for you." He holds up this jar. He says he's cooked like reduced peppers and onions and chopped it up and down into like this sauce. And it was like $4 for this jar. I bought it. We had grilled sausages. Put that on there. It was amazing. Peppers and onions flavor without biting into onions. The purpose, like I hate onions. I hate the texture, but I don't mind the flavor. I just hate the texture of the feel of the onions. It just bothers me.
Was this at your COVID 4th of July party?
It was called 4th of Jacovid.
All right.
Oh, okay.
You have to tell me what this product is because I'm interested in something like
Yeah,
this.
me too.
It's in my fridge. I could get it if you want.
Go get it right now, Frank.
Yeah, can you get it right now?
Yeah, I get it.
All right. All right.
He fucking definitely had he fucking definitely had COVID. Okay,
I don't think he did. There's no reason to hide it.
Anthony, don't be a pussy like him.
I'm not being a pussy. I mean, he's gonna get it. If he got it, he got it. I don't know. I don't think there's any reason to lie about it. Not entirely sure. But your party was good. Okay, so lovely Asian couple, right? Getting back to this allegation you made earlier. Janine's friends with a lovely Asian couple. Probably one of my favorite people ever that is in the others. In fact, Janine asked me to classify. She goes, "What do you think of so-and-so? Is he another?" And I go, I would go as far as to say friend of a friend. That's how.
Yeah, I don't think that. I know who you're talking about. They aren't others. They're not that far removed.
He's not another, because I also, and I'm not sure because a lot of it's all hazy, but I'm pretty sure I spent a couple of nights with him in Atlantic City, which means that you're more than another.
Agreed.
Anyway,
you know him for a long time though too.
A long time. He's got a beautiful baby girl, cutest girl ever. And my son, for some odd reason, was like obsessed with this kid. Like
I told him, I told your son, Mike, that's going to be your first Asian. And he was like,
"Oh boy,
yep. Thanks, Yanini."
As soon as she said that, I just Vince Vaughn's face of him screaming, "It's my first Asian."
Oh my god.
It was so fucking funny. But yeah, he was obsessed with this kid. And even today, my wife told me today he was talking about her again.
He was. I actually brought her up. But you know what? He likes my little one too. He was trying to play with her, but I was like,
wait, play with her butt?
No.
Oh.
Just play with her, And I'm like, I told him, Mike, I'm sorry. I know she's not Asian. He's like, I know, she'll do.
But I swear to you,
I really did say that.
My kid is the sweetest and most shy. Like, we always ask him, like, do you have a crush on a girl or whatever? Because one time we were at a drive-through for Starbucks. Did I tell this story?
No.
We're at a Starbucks drive-through. This guy's handing over the coffee, and for whatever reason, my son just goes, "You're really handsome. You're so handsome." To the like loud. Like the guy
Really?
definitely heard it. And we couldn't tell if he really thought the guy was handsome or
he just said it.
He just said it because we say that to him all the time.
Right.
Because you say that to the drive-through guy all the time. I got it.
So ever since that moment, we're like, all right, might have a gay on our hands here. Who knows? So
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it at all. So, but we were kind of like, don't push the girl thing because, maybe that's not how he feels. But I'll tell you what, he's been talking more and more about girls lately. So then we have this tradition at Janine's 4th of July party where we put all the kids on this same awful blanket that she has. And every year we take pictures and you just kind of see the kids. It's a really nice thing to do. I fucking see my son come in for the picture and he puts his fucking arm around the little girl.
Yep.
I'm telling you, He's 6 years old. It is the first time I ever saw him really show any sort of affection
Oh, really?
to anybody that wasn't his sister.
He made a connection. That was nice.
Yeah.
Connection.
All right.
Go ahead.
Easy now.
Like, and then he was like, "Don't go." Like, he was saying all these things, like so much so that I was like, "I'm gonna have to apologize." Like, I'm gonna have to have
adorable.
a talk with this kid.
That's adorable.
I guess so.
I'm looking at the picture right now.
Can I show you the damn sauce already?
No, sorry, forgot. Yes, and then we'll get to the super chat. Go ahead, show me the sauce.
So you might be able to get this out by you. It's called the company is called Montauk Kitchen.
Oh, for real? Hold that up a little bit.
Sausage sauce. Wow, that sounds disgusting and also great at the same time.
It is, and it is. No, it's great. Perfect for all cuisines. Kettle cooked peppers and onions. And it's a sauce. It's like chunky.
Yeah, it sounds
like
like it should be in my fridge because it's sausage sauce.
It's freaking amazing. It smells, it just smells
Janine's
like peppers
been
and onions.
making sausage sauce a
long time.
Well, there you go. Free plug.
Oh God.
Paige, remember I told you my apartment overlooks the river by the Philly Museum. Well, guess how many sirens and helicopters I got to hear during the fireworks Monday? I would imagine a lot.
I was just at the Philly Museum a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah, remember when you went to Philly and you had no idea why you were going to Philly?
Right.
I wish I could live your life. People should pay money. You're like Kramer.
Not like Kramer.
People should pay money to live your fucking fantasy life.
All right.
Oh, they have like an original and a spicy one.
Oh, this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the original. And it's very good. Works on hamburgers, meats, all good stuff.
Anyway, I would like to know, Paige. Wasn't Paige the one who didn't somebody like shoot and it hit her apartment or something crazy recently?
I think, yes, that's
Am I
right.
dreaming that up?
I think you're right. A bullet, or maybe it wasn't recently, but yeah, a bullet came through like a window or something. I feel like that was a couple weeks ago we heard that story.
Fucking craziness.
Man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. That's like, and there's nothing they can do because it's just a bullet that they have, I guess.
Fucking Rocky statue can't help you there.
Yep. That's true. Yes, that's me. Yep.
Confirmed. All right. Well, glad you're
Luckily.
okay.
Yeah, no one was hurt.
I made it through this 4th of July without people telling me about how bad fireworks are for their dogs.
Did you know that my dog, let me tell you.
I'm just like, I'm like, I had a dog. I know how fucking bad it was.
Aw.
Although I'll tell you what's ruined fireworks for me now, and this happens, and I got nailed with it on TikTok today. The drone shots going through the fireworks.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Have you seen that?
No.
Now that I've said it, it'll come up on your feed for sure in the next 10 minutes.
Damn it.
1,000%.
These people, they put their drones up in the sky and they just literally drive them through the 4th of July fireworks.
How does that not destroy the drone?
It's amazing. It's beautiful. Like you're literally seeing the thing explode close up. It's unbelievable. It's super cool.
So you like it or you don't like it?
No, I like it, but it's kind of ruined fireworks for me now because once you see it from that angle, it's like, holy shit.
Like I wish I was closer to that explosion.
Right.
Yeah. Have you ever seen them from like when they like people on a plane on 4th of July? They'll film out the wind.
That's really cool.
It's like that times 1,000. It's really, really cool.
It's like if you ever played the game like for a long time, Sim City. You play that. You build a little town and then they have a little parade and you see the fireworks go off. It's kind of like that.
It's exactly like that. You're right.
Okay.
I will say the drive home from Janine's is interesting because I didn't realize on Long Island everybody has their own fucking fireworks display.
Oh, absolutely.
So when you drive home after, it's like on the side of the highways the entire way home. It's just fireworks going off as you drive. It's unbelievable.
The worst is driving side streets on 4th of July because it's a lot of waiting because someone just lit something in front of you and you got to sit there in the car and wait for the thing to go off and make sure it's finished so it doesn't explode under your car.
Right.
She said.
There's a great video. I guess it's on YouTube. I think it was a Vine years ago of one of those huge fireworks, like the mortars, the ones that they show at like Macy's. Like I guess the pipe or whatever they launch it through fell over and it shot it up the street, and the thing just explodes in the middle of the street, and every car alarm on the block just goes off simultaneously, and it's like the biggest freaking firework thing you've ever seen. It's hysterical.
No, the best one is Jerry. You ever see the Jerry video?
What is that?
The guy's like in a wheelchair. They light the fucking firework next to him. And his wheelchair dies.
Oh,
and the
God.
guy's like, "Oh, Jerry, move!" And nobody's coming out. And the thing is just like firing off right now.
God, that's
You
fucked
can't
up.
fucking move.
That's messed up.
The guy's always like, Jerry.
And nobody came back for him.
Look at him laughing so hard. This guy.
Bunch of assholes.
Towards the end, it starts working, and he like little zooms himself away. It's fucking great. All right, last two
it's
topics.
terrible.
We got to get.
Okay, let's go, and then I have to leave right after
go.
this one.
Best position for ladies.
Like professional position, right?
No,
In the
sex
workplace.
position.
Oh, sex position. Okay.
Yeah. Doctors use an ultrasound scanner to measure blood flow on a test on a couple, as they did 5 positions for 10 minutes. And
I've
according
never
to
did one position
Man.
for 10 minutes. Go ahead.
That's 50 minutes. What the hell?
according to this, missionary is the best position for the female orgasm. Now,
Mm.
I feel like it's. Am I alone? Doggy style? Is that not the?
I think 50-50 on that.
Really?
Frank, I'm very surprised you've ever done doggy style. Go ahead.
Jeez.
What a fucking.
I think that Frank would think that's too rude. Go ahead.
I still haven't admit to anything that I've done, but what I'm thinking is that
Oh, okay.
it would be 50-50.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
I don't.
You tell me.
The study even says that it's presumed to be the most boring or dull position, and they're saying it's the best. I don't know. Whenever I have to take the closer out of the bullpen, it's always doggy style. That's my
That's
finale.
awful. Thanks for the
Really?
image.
Yeah.
Do not appreciate the finish.
I mean,
I
you know,
wouldn't say
the
either
image.
one of those.
what?
What's the other three?
There were 3 more.
If I was ranking, I would say doggy style first, and then underneath, you're an ass.
Okay.
Underneath, I would say girl on top.
I'm gonna have to go with girl on top for one, Alex.
The positions were face to face with female above, the cowgirl, face to face seated, the lotus. That is hard to do when you've eaten as many sausage and pepper
See,
sandwiches as
I
have.
think the best position for if a girl's gonna have an orgasm is guy.
If
When it comes to that,
Comes.
is guy in the next room.
Yes. I was just gonna say, is that
Guy
one of the
somewhere else.
choices?
Face to face. Oh, this is interesting. Face to face with male above, with and without a pillow.
Okay.
Both are just as good.
I guess I guess when you have your
You
head
need
all
that
the way.
pillow.
All right, stop putting yourself in. Stop doing that. You're freaking me out.
Well, because if you're like this, you're kind of like making like a
Stop
crunch.
it.
But when you're like this, you're kind of
No, I think we're talking pillow under the
under the ass.
under the butt.
Hmm.
Is the thing.
I don't know. I didn't get to the end of the study. I came too
Go
soon.
ahead.
So.
It's good.
You can't go any further.
That's it. I mean, I think
Alright.
that's a pretty explosive study there. I don't think anybody saw that. I mean, I was shocked.
Unintended.
Yeah, I was shocked to hear that.
Well, either way, it's all good. I'm sure everybody's different, and all women like different positions and stuff. It's not. I don't think that's a universal thing. What is it? How many? It was one couple, right?
Yes.
So how could they judge it off of one couple?
It was. Hold on here a second.
I mean, yeah, for that couple, that was probably the best position, but you can't say that's true for everyone.
Also, you guys can't talk because you don't have a vagina.
That's true. We should let Janine
That
talk.
is-
We've been talking. The whole time.
Right?
Yeah, what the
Tell
hell
you
do we
this
know?
Position for girls.
Yeah,
Go
Okay.
ahead, Janine. What do
I
you?
got this one.
This is
Okay.
what my cock says. Okay.
Give us some girl locker room talk. What are the ladies talking about in the locker room? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Girls don't like to be banged for more than 20 minutes at a time.
20
I
minutes.
unfortunately don't know what that's like. No,
Listen,
I would say Girl on Top. That's it. No, that's it, but that's it.
No, but I'm. Are you speaking from? This is what you and the girls are talking. Like, is that the consensus from the girls? That's what they're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
All
Yes.
right.
Hold on, I'm gonna text your wife.
Which one?
Both yours.
Oh, good.
All right. Last topic. Oh, quick one. Clerks 3 trailer came out.
I have
didn't
to
see
go
the
watch it
trailer.
now.
Any good?
Fucking amazing.
All right.
Amazing. I love 2. I love the last Jay and Silent Bob. I thought he really fucking just struck such a wonderful nostalgic chord. And
Yeah.
he took that on this one and just stretched it out even farther. I'm not going to say what it was, but you get the gist of the movie from the trailer. And I can't fucking wait. It comes out in the fall. I'm super excited.
You know, I didn't see Clerks 2. I saw the first one. I never saw Clerks 2.
Yeah, Clerks 2 is good. You should see it.
Yeah.
I love this question, and we'll leave it here. We'll wrap up on this one. If you could live in a movie, which movie would you choose? I saw this on TikTok, and I had to save it because I was like, this is such a great question on what you would. Timo Tayo is the guy on TikTok who fucking did it.
All right.
Good luck finding that.
So, a couple of questions. Am I a character in this movie, or am I just a person living in the universe of the movie?
Okay, this is how I like to think of it. I think this is the best way to think of it. You just go in and live in the movie, and
It's
not
me in that world.
Not like with the characters per se, but in their world, in the background, in their city or time or galaxy, whatever it is, that particular location.
Right.
That's where you're living.
Debbie
I
does
already know.
Dallas. Oh no, I'm sorry. What? No. You already know?
Yep.
What do you got?
Without a doubt, that movie 365 with that guy
Oh my God. This
in
is
Italy.
You're just in the world. You're not his love interest. You're just in that universe. You're still you living in that world where the movie is real.
To be that close to that guy and in Italy, 1,000%.
There are other movies with. All right.
Just oh god.
Doesn't mean you get him. It means you're in the world where his character exists.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
There you go. And
all right. That's her pick. I got to tell you something. I had a hard time
That's what she said.
like narrowing this down to one because there's so many. And I love this question. I think it really hit home for me because there are so many times when I'm watching a movie and I go, I would just fucking love to live there in that
Or
world.
be there.
so what do you got? Which one?
All right. Don't make fun of me, but almost fucking any Nancy Meyers movie. Like, It's Complicated or
Why?
just everything looks
Truman Show.
Everything looks just so beautiful and sophisticated, and everything is like so well placed and meticulous, and it's just fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, but you're still you in that world. It's
Right.
not. You're not living the lives of the characters.
Right. I would still like to live in. I would still like to live in that world. Here's
Yeah.
another. Here's another
There's
one.
no imagination. I want a sci-fi. Nothing weird. Nothing crazy.
I got a bunch. I swear to God, this is gonna sound pathetic, but almost every fucking Pixar movie has a city that I would fucking live in.
That's kind of true. I'll give you that. They all
Like
seem fun.
Luca, like that version of Italy,
Yeah,
looks
that's
incredible.
true. I agree.
In
the
Encanto,
one
that town looked pretty cool.
Encanto, the one Soul. Did you see Soul?
I didn't see Soul.
Mm-mm.
That like where they go to like the jazz club and everything, and it's just this like it's not New York City, but it is. But it,
I wouldn't want to live. I don't think I'd want to live in the Wall-E universe, where Earth is fucked up and they live on a spaceship.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no good there.
That's true.
But someone in the comments, DJ Shenanigan said, where was it? Oh, Passengers. Don't judge me. That ship was amazing. I'll give you that. Passengers was a good movie. And the ship, it was like basically it was a cruise ship to another planet. Has anybody ever seen that, you guys?
No.
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 It's Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt, and they're taking like an 80-year journey to another
Oh,
planet, but
yes.
they're in
I just saw
cryo.
this.
Yeah, they're like asleep, so that when they wake up, they're in the they haven't aged and they're in the other planet. But the plot of the movie is Chris Pratt wakes up, and now he has to get back into sleep or deal with his being alone on this ship for the journey of 80 years, whatever it is.
Oh, and he's gonna age while the rest of them aren't.
Right.
So
that's it's a really good movie, and the ship was awesome, but I don't know if I want to be on a ship where you just wake up for.
I didn't see it, but I saw the
Really good. I recommend it.
coming attractions to it.
Avatar's a good one. Would you live in Avatar?
Now,
It's
am
weird
I
to me.
one of the blue people, or am I one of the just a person?
I think you're you. What did you
Is
say?
that guy from 365 in it?
My answer's got to be Star Wars, because there's a small chance I would have Jedi powers. Small chance.
You know what, Frank? I honestly I kind of agree with
Plus,
you there.
space travel.
Yeah,
All these crazy creatures and different.
banging aliens.
Okay.
Sure.
One of
Weird.
my life goals. One of my life.
You got
goals.
jetpacks, spaceships, lightsabers. That's just fun.
It's too dirty over there too. I feel.
A lot of the planets are pretty cool, though. They're not that dirty.
Mm. DJ Shenanigans, J Sabs. I see you in a John Hughes movie.
Okay,
Oh,
like
I don't
16
know.
Candles or Home Alone.
Probably Home Alone.
Tell me you wouldn't want to live in Home Alone.
Yeah.
Just move to Chicago.
That fucking idyllic town, though. It's like
It's a nice
Yep.
town.
Scary
That's a
guy
good
next door.
What was
Mhm.
let's
What's his
see.
name?
Here's another one that I feel like nobody's mentioning. This might be a good one. You ever see What Dreams May Come?
Oh boy,
No, I've never seen that.
You ever saw that movie?
I've seen
No.
that. Now, I don't know if you can though live because that's the catch, because you're just a regular person, and the whole plot of that movie is he dies,
Right. But
and
he's
you're not with him.
right. But you could live in that
Thanks,
world,
Frank.
like to live in that
No, that's
painting,
the beginning. That's the plot of the movie.
like that he lives in those paintings. That's
But he doesn't
fucking-
live in them. He's dead. You're not in there.
But you're living in that world that you could live in that world.
So
If
you're
you-
just a background painting person.
if you've seen it in a movie, you could live in it. I
Alright.
think that would be interesting.
Jurassic Park.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good one.
No. What about what's that guy's name? The one with all the Royal Tannenbaums and all. What's that guy?
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Anderson, Wes Anderson.
Oh, was it Wes Anderson?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ninja Turtles with all the
Oh, with
Fighting
mutant
Asians.
turtles and stuff, and a Foot
And-
Clan.
and obviously the
I don't want to live in a world
Turtles?
where the Foot Clan is terrorizing New York.
All right, let's get to the important question here because Janine brought this up. Which Ninja Turtle would you fuck? Because that's clearly where you want us to go.
Good Lord.
If I know Janine, she's like, you ever see those turtle fingers? They're pretty thick. That's what she's thinking.
I'm thinking Donatello. He's got all those gadgets. I don't know.
Which April O'Neil would you bang, Frank? From the first movie or the second movie?
You're talking the originals from the 90s.
Yeah, not that fucking new bullshit they got.
Right. I'd say
Pussy generation we're raising.
original April O'Neil.
Original?
First
I'm
movie.
gonna go with Donatello
Why is
because
that?
isn't he the one that banged her?
I don't think she had sex with any of the turtles.
Yes, she did. Didn't
When?
she have sex with?
You're thinking of Taya Leone and the Duck. That's a different movie.
That wasn't Taya Leone. That was
No, I think
forget her
she.
name. Back to the
I
Future
believe
lady.
that she banged one of the turtles.
I don't think that's true. But
It's a big
Okay.
allegation.
Anthony,
I'm
you're
just gonna have to
saying,
go watch the Ninja Turtles right now.
I mean, it's a kid's movie. I don't think she had sex with a
Wait.
turtle. But I don't.
Could it have been on in the background while me and my husband?
That's probably what happened.
Yeah, I think you saw that on YouPorn. I think that was
Yeah, right.
fan
You dreamt-
inspired.
You dreamt that one.
Yeah.
But you're talking original April O'Neil's, but then the newer April O'Neil is Megan Fox.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
I'd bang Megan Fox. She's never going to be April O'Neil to me. Just never.
I don't know what to tell you. I forget the original.
On that note,
Yeah,
but they're all good. Well, I don't know if you can go wrong. It's all good stuff. I want to be in one where there are superpowers available. X-Men. That'd be
really?
cool. When mutants are around, there's a chance you could have a mutant power.
Mm.
But then I'd probably be the only schmuck without powers. I'd be one of the normal human people.
All right, this might be controversial. You know where I'd like to live?
Where?
San Angeles.
San Angeles, Demolition Man.
Before it all turns to shit. That's kind of an interesting thing.
Just so you could figure out what the 3 seashells are?
Yeah, the 3 seashells. I'll tell you what. If that was a scam to lure you in and murder you, I'd be dead. Because curiosity has gotten the best of me over the years.
It's a tough one. That's a good one.
I gotta know. But no, but they're all walking around in fucking robes. The lights automatically go on. You get this crazy mind sex thing happening.
Yeah, but there's no real sex. It's just mind crazy helmet stuff.
It's Taco Bell. You know, I mean, the whole fucking.
Yeah, but everything tastes terrible because there's no salt.
Yeah, I don't really love salt though. I'm not a salt guy, so I'm okay.
You
with
take
that
salt out of your food, it's going to be different.
I don't know.
So.
They seem to really enjoy that helmet sex, though. I don't know. I would be interested in that. Does it matter?
It didn't really work for Stallone.
It didn't, but I don't know. I'm one of these big, it's more in the mind than it is physical with that. So I feel like that's interesting. I'd like to give that a try.
Star Trek. Like the movies, you could travel. Just being able to get on a spaceship and just in a couple seconds go to another planet. There's aliens. That's kind of cool.
I'm trying to think if there was ever like a sci-fi world I'd want to live in. I don't think so.
What about like time travel, like Back to the Future stuff?
I love Back to the Future.
But again, you'd be a background person. You'd have no interaction with the time machine.
Yeah.
You'd just be living in a hill valley.
No, but that futuristic hill valley with the hoverboards and everything, that was kind of cool.
That was cool. The 3D Jaws thing.
The 3D Jaws shit. Yeah, that was kind of really fucking cool.
That was apparently 7 years ago. We were supposed to have all that. 2015 was supposed to look like that. We didn't quite make it.
I know. It's kind of crazy. There was a weird obsession in the 80s with the future with now, and it's so fucking disappointing. Although when you think about it, we do have the glasses, and so you're kind of getting that shit now.
We don't have any. Give me a hoverboard, and we'll talk. Give me flying cars, then we'll talk.
Okay, DJ Shenanigan brought up a great one. I was thinking about this earlier. Ready Player One is fucking awesome.
It's not bad. The only problem with that is we're pretty much almost there. Give it another 10 years, I think we'll have that.
Yeah.
You just plug into the metaverse and you just interact with people, and I don't know. You know what I mean?
I think it's coming. I'm ready for that stuff. I'm kind of ready.
You ready to just unplug and actually plug in?
Yeah, because I think you get to a point in life where you're like, how much you've experienced a lot of things, and like now your WoW experiences are down to like travel.
Yeah, it's always that though.
Like it's very sensory. You got to kind of like you really if you're not traveling, you don't really get to kind of like wow yourself, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Ooh, I got a good movie.
Yeah.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
That's interesting.
Fucking cartoons walking around.
That'd be fucking cool. Driving to Toontown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
You get to use cartoon things, like you throw the thing against the wall and you got a hole.
That's fucking cool.
Automatic hole, a boxing glove on the spring, all that shit.
I didn't think of that. I think Paul's nailed it though. I like this one a lot too. Great Gatsby.
But that's a thing. That's like based on. It's not a real life story, but
no. But that's
people like that exist.
But that's the point though. Like the way that looked and felt, like it was just different than what actually existed in the 20s. Like the way all that was done. The cars were like It looked like it. It was very nostalgic feeling, but it was all very different and
It
new.
was a little fantasized kind of thing.
Right. Like, yeah, they were in New York City and in Queens and everything like that, but it
There's
was more,
Montauk and, but it was just a little more glitzy kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, but there was downsides. It wasn't like everybody was living high. There were,
That's true.
because you're still you is the point.
Right.
You're just in that world. So the world around you changes, but you're still the same.
Yeah.
So I guess Star Wars wouldn't work for me then, because I probably wouldn't be a Jedi. I'd just be me.
You'd be the fucking guy at home.
Maybe the guy, fucking cleaning the fucking Jedi temple.
All right. What about this? I don't really want to live in the world, but again, as far as like mind-blowing experiences, what was that movie with Spider-Man where he was black and white and Jeff Daniels?
Oh,
Pleasantville?
Pleasantville.
That's it. When the first person turns to color and they're all looking at it, that's kind of amazing.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't want to live in that town, but I would want to live in that moment and experience that moment.
That's like if something like that happened now, like all of a sudden, imagine you're living your life now and all of a sudden 10 new colors appear.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the fuck? You'd just be blown away. Like, and all of a sudden things are more, bright to you and different. Yeah, it's just a different experience. And people start loosening up more and
right. Or like you've seen a hologram, but let's say a person walks up to you and then they go to like touch you and they just put their hand right through you and you're like it's something you've never fucking, like you thought they were a real person until they did that. And you were like, holy shit, this is unbelievable.
Well, yeah, but that's not really Pleasantville. I'm trying to think if there's a movie like that you could live in.
I'm just saying that. I was just making an example of like now, like,
yeah, the time machine, but you're just in the background. You're not him. So that wouldn't work.
There's this theory out there that like time machines don't exist because once they do exist, time ceases to exist. Time is linear. Time only goes in one direction.
Right.
And once you're going like that, like it can't happen. Like you can't go back and visit your previous self. It's over and done with.
Okay.
It's part of like the string theory too, that you're not going back to your timeline back. You're going back to the other.
You're creating a new timeline because now you're in it again.
An alternate 1985.
Right.
Yeah.
I hear you.
This is a good one. Blues Brothers.
Again, it's just Chicago in the 70s.
But is it too much to ask to be in a fucking cafe getting some fried chicken and a whole fucking dance number breaks out?
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I would love that.
All right, that's fine. Lord of the Rings. Do you want to live in like a medieval kind of with wizards and dragons and shit?
I do not want to exist in an area where air conditioning doesn't exist.
That's a good point.
Even in fucking Great Gatsby, they knew enough to put a big, huge ice cube in behind a fucking fan and blow it on them. All right.
Did that work? That had to work, right?
Yeah, know. Of course. Of course.
It's just wildly impractical. All right.
All right.
I still got to go Star Wars.
That's craziness. I'm just sad that Pixar is my first choice.
Pixar's not bad. Or Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit's interesting. I didn't see that one coming.
I think that's a good one.
That's an interesting one.
I can walk up to fucking Mickey Mouse and shit.
Yeah. That's what's so amazing about that movie. They had Mickey in it. Roger, they just like
it was a cross of Warner Brothers and Disney came together in that one.
Yeah, which would never fucking happen today.
Not today.
Ever.
I know.
That's my intellectual property. What streaming service we got to put it on? You fucking never get it.
You ever see? There's a cool video circulated. I'm sure it's on YouTube of like a behind the scenes look at Roger Rabbit. It's Bob Hoskins interacting with nothing.
Really?
And just, blue screen, and he's just like talking and nothing. It's him like how it's like side by side. There's a split screen of what happened in the movie and what he's doing behind the scenes. And it's him like in Toontown when he goes there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing to see him doing all that stuff.
You gotta send that to me because I want to see that.
That's really cool.
Trista's last question: would you live in the Matrix?
Aren't we already? I mean, it depends. Are you? I mean, if I'm me in the Matrix, that would mean that some other people are being pulled. Am I being pulled out of the Matrix and
Maybe. I
living?
don't know.
Am I one of the people that got unplugged, or am I still plugged into the Matrix?
Either or. You get to choose.
Yeah. Okay. Either way, I think I'm good. Because
Unplugged Matrix world. I don't. It's just the world.
it's just the world. It's where we are now.
Yeah.
But even when you're unplugged, it's way worse.
Right.
It's a terrible existence to be unplugged from the Matrix.
Right.
You're fighting machines. You're underground. You're eating whatever garbage food is around. It's not good.
Yeah.
No good.
Also, and this is I just thought of this too. One of the greatest movies of all time. Defending Your Life.
Defending Your Life?
Yeah, Defending. Did you see that one yet?
No.
You gotta get on it.
What is that?
Albert Brooks dies and goes to heaven.
Okay.
And he goes to Judgment City, where they look at you and they see if you're ready to move on in the universe, or if you have to go back down to Earth and live another life to try again. And Judgment City is like you could eat all the food that you want. You never get full and you never gain any weight. You just eat all the food you want. They have this thing called the Past Lives Pavilion, where you put your hand on a plate and it shows you who you've been in past lives.
Cool.
Comedy clubs, like people just walk around. Again, everybody wears robes.
You just want to wear robes. Any universe or existence where you're wearing nothing but a robe, sign you up. It could be Mad Max. You just throw on a robe and you're fine.
I just put that together. Robes seem to be a thing with me. I didn't realize.
Theme. That's all it is.
Yeah. Oh, Miss Nissa, great one. I didn't think of this. Grumpy Old Men. I fucking love that little town.
That's a good town. It's a good town. See, all right. What about Nightmare Before Christmas? Do cartoons count? Oh yeah, you said.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a nice little town where you're part of the town. It's cool.
I'm telling you, it's even fucking Frozen. Like, it's every Pixar movie, and you never get to see too much of it. It's always such a little background thing, but every time they go through their little town, main street, marketplace, whatever,
it does look majestically
fucking
awesome.
Perfect and gorgeous.
Like the one in Tangled, where they go walking through the town, like she's in disguise.
Yeah,
that's good.
All of them. Like any one of them is beautiful.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm trying to think of if there's a bad except for Wall-E. I wouldn't want to live in the Wall-E universe.
Yeah, and I never really saw that one, to be honest with you.
Earth is a dust ball and it's uninhabitable.
Yeah, I don't care for it.
Yeah. Wreck-It Ralph. That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Just be a video game. You never die as long as you're in your game.
That would be something else.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. A lot of good answers. Leave if you got any more, leave them in the comments.
By the way, I'm going to be reading every one of these comments for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'd be obsessed with these.
I'm fascinated by this question.
Because there's a lot of cool movies out there, and to be involved in those universes, why the hell not?
I'm sure we'll bring it back up again because somebody will come up with something. I'll be like, oh shit, how did we not think of that?
What about like Superman, where there's a Superman out there saving everybody? I mean, it's nothing to do with you, but at least you know there's Superman out there. Or like the Marvel universe.
Yeah, see, none of that appealed to me because that's too based in reality, in our real world.
It doesn't change your existence, really.
Right.
It's just there are superheroes.
Right. Yeah, and that doesn't. I need atmosphere. I need to be.
I got you.
Yeah.
Waterworld. That's probably not the best one to live in.
All right, that's it. Go get the Coach shirts. Link in the description below. Up on the store right now. They're very soft and lovely.
They are nice. This is really comfortable.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.